So I just wanted to make a quick video discussing antioxidants and common myths surrounding antioxidants. I've been doing a lot of research lately on antioxidants and their effects on exercise, recovery, and performance. Most of the scientific literature and, of course, common knowledge is that more fruits and vegetables obviously are very important for our overall health and well-being. But beyond that, most scientists credit the antioxidant capacity and the nutrients within the fruits and vegetables as what is actually beneficial. So, just like most of these new school science based approaches to life, people think that they can isolate a compound from a plant or from a food or what have you and concentrate it and get better results from more of an isolated compound. For example, taking vitamin C or isolating ascorbic acid out of a pepper or an orange or a lemon or wherever you want to get your vitamin C from. The problem with that is, number one, ascorbic acid is a compound that is part of a complex system of other related compounds that work in synergy. Vitamin C, as it would be effective, is more than just ascorbic acid. When you extract ascorbic acid from a pepper, you're isolating the ascorbic acid, and just because you label it vitamin C doesn't mean that all you need is the ascorbic acid. There are many other compounds found in foods that naturally contain ascorbic acid that boost its effects. Without these synergistic compounds, the ascorbic acid is either not as effective as it would be otherwise, or it comes with severe side effects. Consuming vitamin C in whole foods is going to give you the full array of benefits because it includes the synergistic compounds, the bioflavonoids and other things, as well as other synergistic vitamins and minerals that are required to help ascorbic acid carry out its function within the body. So when you isolate any compound, any antioxidant, any vitamin or mineral from a plant, it's almost like if you try to drive a car with no engine. You can't just take out the engine and expect the engine to work by itself. It needs the gas and the alternator, the battery, it needs everything. The same thing goes for plants, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and of course the human body. When you surgically remove the tonsils, you're not curing an infection. Just because your tonsils are inflamed or swollen does not mean you need to take them out. It means that your body is probably very unhealthy. Your immune system is overwhelmed. Since the tonsils are one of the first lines of defense for respiratory infection, they get hammered the most. So what happens when you take out the tonsils? Tonsils are basically a shield for your respiratory system to protect it from bacteria. You remove the tonsils, and now the infection literally just moves deeper, or any future infection that you get, you'll be more susceptible to, and you'll have other forms of inflammation in the respiratory system, inflammation of the lungs, of the throat, etc. So when you when you isolate a compound, or if you remove a compound, it's not going to work as efficiently as the rest of, or as it would in its whole, full spectrum form. That's why pharmaceutical medications cause as much pain, suffering, side effects, and secondary illness as they do. It's also why most pharmaceutical drugs either are wishy-washy in effect, or they only work for a certain amount of time if they work at all. because they're isolated compounds without the synergistic compounds, vitamins, minerals, and cofactors that are found in the whole plant that the pharmaceutical isolated drug came from. So if you just use the entire plant, or use a whole plant that has medicinal effects for that purpose, it'll work a whole lot better. And so with antioxidants, there's studies out there that claim when you supplement with isolated vitamin C or isolated vitamin E, it can cause more harm than good. Well, first of all, if you don't have a nutrient deficiency, there's really no rational reason to be consuming an isolated vitamin or mineral supplement in the first place. Vitamins and minerals are not medicine. They're not like a medicinal herb that you take to cure a condition. A lot of health conditions are caused by vitamin deficiencies. So the actual disease is a vitamin deficiency. So the cure is to supplement with that vitamin or mineral. But if no deficiency is present, how can you expect for a chemical compound, vitamin or mineral, to have a beneficial effect? With vitamins and minerals, they're the foundation for health, and you only need as much as necessary for the foundation of chemical processes in your body to work. So supplementing with isolated antioxidants is kind of just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, depending on the situation. Coenzyme Q10, vitamin C, alpha lipoic acid. There's a variety of antioxidants that might have some therapeutic potential, and I've experimented with different ones. But if you are concerned about antioxidant supplementation causing damage, and you have no reason to take these antioxidants, how about you just consume foods, whole foods, and you take herbs, you drink teas, and make herbal concoctions that are full of antioxidants that are more likely to give you the effect you're seeking. Obviously, isolated antioxidants, if you actually understand the chemistry behind these things and the ambiguity behind isolating nutrients, you should know that isolated antioxidants are completely different from just consuming the whole plant that contain the antioxidants. You're much less likely to, first of all, overdose on something consuming in a whole food. For example, do you really think you're going to overdose on fiber if you consume the fiber from broccoli or oatmeal? I think you probably feel pretty damn sick before you get to that point. Are you going to be, how easy would it be for you to get 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C from an orange? Oranges aren't really that high in vitamin C. There's better sources like bell peppers, tomatoes, etc. But per orange, okay, according to data, not according to reality, it takes a very large amount of oranges to consume 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So it's much safer to get it in Whole Foods. And Whole Foods is how basically these antioxidants are most powerful. You get all the synergistic benefits of all the other compounds from Whole Foods. So science that says antioxidants are harmful for you, but they use isolated compounds, it's irrelevant and it's kind of stupid and ignorant, and they're probably biased against antioxidants. That's why they use flawed studies. You have to be very specific. There is a huge difference between isolated table salt and salt found in an actual rock, or vitamin C inside of an orange versus vitamin C isolated as ascorbic acid. Just some things to think about. There'll be more videos on this in the future.